Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. Today, quick review on one of my latest pickups, a shoe that I believe is incredibly slept on and underrated. It's none other than the Nike OG Killshot in the navy and white colorway. Without further ado, let's check them out. Alright, so first laid eyes on these on the Nike sneaker site here in South Africa, where they originally sold out and then later saw a restock 1 or 2 weeks after the original drop on the website itself. However, they did see a local release here through stores like Shelf Life and Jack Lemke's as far as I can see, and they did come in 3 different colorways, so it was a really difficult choice for me, as you guys can probably see why. All 3 of these are super clean and just really amazing in hand. So I ended up going with this particular one because I thought it was the cleanest out of all 3 of them. It's just the color that I'm going to be able to wear a hell of a lot with just what I generally wear. And out of all 3 different pairs I tried on, this was just the one that felt the best for me. Now the reason I say this shoe is incredibly slept on is because this is one of those shoes that you can just dress up or dress down no matter what you're wearing. It's always going to look super slick and super clean on foot. But the absolute greatest part about this has to be the price point at 1,499 Rand. Every now and then you just get one of those shoes which just is not hype and not anything, and that's absolutely awesome because you can just go into the store, you can pick it up, you can try it on, you don't have to worry about raffles, you don't have to do anything like that, and this really excites me. Now the shoe itself is almost a one-to-one version of the original classic of this particular pair, which I think is like 70s or something, pre-Nike Court days of course, where the tennis silhouettes kind of became more of a casual wearing shoe, which is exactly what this particular pair is. So really when I do get into the details now, you'll see just how kind of retro the materials and stuff like that are on the particular pair. But I want to start underneath with the outsole midsole combination, just a very standard plain white rubberized with traction patterns here on the bottom with the Nike swoosh logo there as well. That obviously wraps up into the midsole. These are kind of like court ready shoes, you know, you could probably play squash or something like that in the end if you really wanted to, but I don't know, like this for me is perfect kind of lifestyle shoe. Towards the toe section of the shoe, you've got that kind of star print, which just adds a little bit more durability and traction to the front of the shoe when you're playing or sliding your foot in any kind of court activity. And then just above that, you've got the soft suede overlay done in a gray. And that same gray suede can be found in the eyelet section over here around the tongue, and then obviously in the heel counter section at the back of the shoe. From a swoosh perspective, this is a very nice soft leather. This particular one is navy, which matches up with the heel section and the sock liner of the shoe as well. In the heel section, you've got the Nike spell out logo here, which is done in an off-white, and that's just a print layer overlay. And that off-white coloring then matching up with the exposed foam. Very retro and deconstructed look, something that's kind of come to light with the off-white pairs, leaving that completely exposed there. Just adds a really cool retro feel to the shoe, and it definitely represents that old school. And just while we're on the tongue tag logo at the top there is Nike swoosh there, is done in full color of course on a white backing with the Killshot branding just underneath that. From a lacing perspective, just one set of flat white laces. They're kind of like a bit of an off-white color over here, again just bringing a little bit of a retro feel to the shoe as it is brand new. And then just pulling out the insole, this is a proper retro insole. It's like kind of that toweling fabric that you've got, this bright sort of yellow foam there. It's a little bit gluey underneath because they've glued it in a little bit to the bottom of the footbed. But really overall, it's just one of those completely clean classic shoes, which is not too expensive. It's actually pretty affordable in my opinion, and something that I really think a lot of people have slept on. If you don't have a pair of these or something similar, in my opinion, it's always good to have one of these in the collection, just as an easy thing that you can probably wear to work. You can wear out, as I mentioned earlier, dress up, dress down, business casual, that kind of thing. For me, they absolutely nail that. Now, if you do want to get a pair of these, as I mentioned earlier, they are now available in stores, so you can go and actually try a pair on at either Shelf Life or Jack Lemke's here in South Africa. Otherwise, there are a couple of the smaller sizes still available on the Nike Sneakers website, so you can order that from anywhere here in the country. And I'm sure for those of you that are watching overseas, you'll probably have the same setup with these being in store and online with your Nike store as well. From a sizing perspective, I did go true to size with a UK 9. I did try a UK 8 on as well. We didn't have half sizes in store here. I do suspect that an 8.5, a half size down, would have probably been best for me. However, one thing to note with this particular pair, it is quite narrow in the fit. So if you do have a wide foot, I wouldn't suggest taking a half size down. You might just have to be cool at true to size, which I am totally with this particular pair. The one thing that I do realize at true to size with an extension in the toe here is that my toes can push up through this very, very soft mesh area in the toe box. So if that's something that's going to irritate you, you might want to consider sizing down from there just to get your toe underneath the suede overlay here in the toe. But as mentioned again, the beauty of this particular pair is you can go in store and try it on and get your size from there. From a price point, once again, 1,499 Rand. In my opinion, absolute great value for money on this particular pair. They look good, they feel good, the price is good. What more do you want? But that's it for this review on this particular pair. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do have any further questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this down the line. But that's all for me. I'll catch you on the next one.